Yeah. Hey. Shit. Yeah. So I've been doing my shit. I'm just really trying to blow. Race against time, but I'm really riding slow. You be slowing me down, that's the thing, my bro. Looking at my homies who the realest I don't know. Even the closest looking like the furthest from me.
What's good, my niggas? It's your boy B. Nah, that's our camera. What's good, my niggas? It's your boy B on another episode of the Elusive podcast, baby. Got my nigga Kalibo the Dawn.
It's your boy K_LIBO. Back again with another episode.
We back,
we're
we
doing
back.
different today. We've got a couple of homies, you know.
Yeah.
They'll introduce themselves, bro.
Yeah. I would do nice for you too. Yeah. Kulufelo, aka Kulufelo.
Shout out.
From the east.
Alright.
Yeah, we chill. We on.
Alright. You, bro?
It's Tsepo here from East Rand, known as Kevin.
Kevin,
yeah.
Alright.
Tip with the text.
Tsepo with the tat. A different kind of a Tsepo.
Oh,
With the tat.
with the text.
Shout out.
Just want to give people a little background story of what you guys do or doing, and you know,
Yeah.
what are you known for? It's pretty.
Hey, fun. I wanna would do nice is ish. It's kinda complicated, but what's a stand, so type of vibes. But otherwise I do printing and stuff, and I also have my own clothing brand type of vibes. Yeah.
Oh, is that what you're wearing?
Yeah, my brand.
Oh, that's fly. Actually.
Yeah, so it's type of, it's very complex though, but it's perfection otherwise, yeah. So yeah, it does a lot of designs, type of vibes, and it's also limited and stuff. So yeah.
What's
Maybe
it called? What's the...
It's IX7VT. I call it like via and WhatsApp company type of vibes,
Yeah.
But otherwise it means perfection, like 7. It means perfection and stuff. Yeah.
Duplicate.
So kind of catchy and stuff. Yeah.
Fair.
So yeah, but otherwise I pushing my own shit, dog. Printing and stuff. Yeah.
Nah, shout out. Mr. Kev.
So I'm Kevin. Basically, I work in the private sector. So normally known in the stunt scene. Drop cars. That's what we normally do on our free time. Everything is nice. That's how we got to know each other. So yeah,
okay.
that's what we normally do.
Damn.
Free time.
We should have shot this
Like where there's cars.
Yeah,
That would have been a dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was gonna be proper, eh?
Yeah,
for sure. That was easy organizable, man.
Yeah.
We should do maybe like a second episode where it's like outside, maybe like at a stance. What are those events that you guys do, ne?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you guys won one of those.
Yeah, I also have my car actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, air suspension, the type of vibe and stuff. Yeah. So it's a proper scene actually. It's more like therapy and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, more like chill vibes,
Actually,
Like-
I want to ask James, what's so cool about stats? What is it with stats, niggas? Obviously, tell us, what's the art behind those stats, bro?
Eish.
I think
looks
it's...
cool, but sorry, but hey, my photo,
No, my
Character
papa.
scenes.
Hey.
I think it's the culture. I think what we get used to it's cars. So it's the culture. We're just into that, and a lot of people are into it. Just that they're not showing it because maybe they don't have cars. But a lot of people are into it, and it's growing quite big.
Yeah.
Big.
But I think it's kind of like it's an escape, honestly speaking. It's like that type of vibe. You're wearing more cool bicycles and stuff, you understand? So when you grow up, it's just that you reflect on different type of vibes and stuff. So I never even thought that I would be a person to like stands and stuff, you understand? And it got to a point by when I got my first car, I started by a velo cutter, like cutting a grinder and stuff, bounty and stuff. Yeah. Then it started there. Then the passion grew, honestly speaking, because of you could see when you blow with most of Amachita and stuff, it's like sound, Ivel and Washimo. Everybody's happy. It's like out of your mind, You're not thinking about a lot of stuff. You're just thinking about that moment that you have there. So yeah, it grew like that, honestly speaking. But otherwise, it's a good day. It's a good type of vibe. It's like a night drive in a M2 competition.
Oh.
Yeah, type of vibes. Yeah. Things like that.
Have you entered the competitions for it?
Yeah, I haven't,
Yeah.
but I do wanna. I gotta get a trophy though. Honestly
Yeah,
speaking.
yeah.
I have to. I have to. I've been in it. Though. I've been in it. You know, it's something. I feel like it's more of something like you can reflect on, even if like your kids. You understand? Even maybe if you leave it behind, because you're one of these days I will see if I jang my pay. Like I just shag it doom. Yeah, well. So I think it's something that you can also leave behind when people see it outside, even if you're not there anymore. But you can say, "There, yeah, we did that's nice." Yeah, well. So yeah.
Yeah. Where are those competitions held? And like,
Most of the time, it's before the competitions and stuff. I mean, Amankulo, from my perspective, it was a thing of Tepo, SB is a positive resistance car, says as a machita, Raploma, Kaufelo, and Talai.
yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily competition until when you like trying to host the event, then you'd be like, hey, we're fit. I have a stance event, trophies and stuff. Then that's when it started. But otherwise, Campfest, Germany versus Jap, SummerSlam and stuff. Stance to dance. Yeah, it's kind of on. But otherwise, it depends where by hostel ava. Maybe sometimes Wild Lotus because of venue.
Okay.
Like Germany versus Jap, Nazareth, Campfest, King Varm partner.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So yeah.
Have you guys been to the Rock Raceway?
Yeah, every Wednesday, right?
Every Wednesday, and Saturdays too.
Yeah, it's
But it's also spinning there also now.
yeah, it's
People come
proper.
out
It's
there,
somewhere like Wolves and Smoke
Wolves and
type of
Smoke.
vibes. Yeah.
That's a nice vibe actually. I've been to like a couple.
For real.
Yeah, that the vibe has been. I mean, the season done one thing.
What is it? It's just spinning cars only.
Spinning cars, you bring your cars, you park them on the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing, basically,
Yeah, it's seeing how fast your car is.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
also
if you
race
beat it-
also,
Yeah.
Race, yeah.
Ah, do you guys race too?
Actually,
No, not yet.
Yeah.
but racing. And I think it's more of an adrenaline thing, though. You gotta be aware of the consequences. Type of vibe. Because of you can never confirm with the car. You might speed, sharp up brake, you fail, type of vibes. So now you understand. But you're not honestly. It's more of an adrenaline thing. If you those type of people, very high. To go for it.
Yeah.
I want to try it. I do want to try it, but it needs like a car with more kilowatts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's because they are fast.
exactly. Yeah.
But the spinning though, how about that?
The thing with spinning, it's better than doing drags because spinning, like a lot of cars can spin. Like to drag, you need a fast car because those cars they are fast. So spinning, it's like even on Wednesdays, there's like Wilson Smoke in Alberton side, just close to Mall of the South every Thursday nights. Né?
Yeah, Thursday nights. Yeah.
So like people just come into the pitch. You can just bring in your car. Anyone, you can just bring it in if you have skills.
Yeah.
Just put it in, try to spin, give people what they want.
Yeah.
Go out, another person comes in. So that's quite easy.
Yeah.
Other than drags you need to be a professional because you can crash a car in seconds.
Yeah,
it's
because
gotta be
Nokji, you got like high speed.
Hey,
and
sure,
stuff.
bitch.
Yeah.
So drags you need
It's almost
skill.
like what's this? Need for Speed, but like in real life.
Yeah.
The console, the way they
exactly
drive
that,
it,
yeah.
it's crazy, bro.
Do they race like on the roads with the guys that race?
No, how is it? Is you see in a track, like in the Rock Raceway. Like it's a track, no?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
there's where there's a straight road.
Okay.
So they race on a straight road to see which car. Maybe let's say
Probably maybe Polo Golf 7 with the Toyota 86 or something. Or the Yaris, the new Yaris, yeah, type of vibes.
RS3 also.
Yeah, type of vibes, yeah.
yeah. So mostly in those type of like the fast cars, RS3s, like the most powerful cars, Golf 7R. Yeah.
Yo.
Oh shit.
Reloading.
Oh shit.
I know. That's how you know you live in South Africa, though.
I don't know. Should we open maybe the blinds?
Manje, which car can spin and which one can't spin?
Almost any car can spin.
Yeah.
I think I can say that. You just need to know what can you do with the car? Because I mean, any car can spin. A Renault Kwid can spin.
Yeah, it can, but the difference is, I get it, it doesn't have a diff. So probably it's a front wheel drive. So basically it's going to spin in the front, then obviously at the back it's steady. So probably you also have your 4-wheel drives like Uma King, Legend 56, whatever, your 4-wheel drive. So you can spin. But if it has a diff, just know at the back.
Yeah, so it's,
If it
just need
doesn't,
to know
in the front, yeah.
what type of car.
But
operates
it's
how.
just spin as well.
Yeah. Vele spin uyenzani vele must spin. What do you think?
It depends on the car. Let's say, I mean, the cars now have traction control off. You can just turn off the traction control, and then it will. So what happens is, you're in the steering, right? Turn off the traction control, right? So what it does is when you're putting brakes, it brakes on the front. So you can put brake and then put on accelerator, and then the rear wheel drive will spin because it puts on brakes on the
And
front.
it's on gear.
But if you put traction control on, and then it will if you put brake, it will even brake at the back. Yeah, so it's just different type of cars have. In front wheel drives, you'd use a handbrake because you need to put on the rear tires steady so that they don't move. So you need to put on the handbrake, put on accelerator on the front wheel. So, but it won't be different because rear wheel drive and front wheel drive are different.
Yeah.
And 4-wheel drive is different.
Yeah, but don't try it if you don't know it though.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need to know your
You'll
stuff.
finish people's walls. Though.
That's why you need to do it in a safe environment.
Because it has a lot of power actually. Remember, you also stepping on the accelerator.
On
so
full.
Already, if you can't control it, you're just going straight and you just kiss it bye-bye.
Ush.
You know?
That's how you end up like bumping into people in the crowd or something.
Exactly. That's what yeah. So
That's why you have to do
rather
it on the
not
field.
do it. I think rather not do it. If you don't know, don't do it.
Then you get those guys who like get out the car. But yeah, I'm shooting in a kitchen.
Excitement.
Excitement.
You
man.
become way
Like,
too
it's a crowd.
excited, but that's the problem. You understand?
Yeah.
Imagine ukuthi manje echaya umuntu innocent. Ungacavi na next.
It's dangerous.
Manje lezi eziphumayo zenzani zibeka isitina on the accelerator.
Angithi abantu bayakhona ukumodify imoto. They do tricks. Some you can lock your accelerator. Bakenzele mechanism to when you press something, then it locks it. Then you can unlock. On the steering, you can lock your steering and unlock it so that you can get out while it's spinning. But remember, Guti, it's fast. So you need to like,
You need to time it better.
yeah. So it mustn't be fast, it mustn't be slow. And you must make sure that it's locked because if you get out and then the steering goes straight, and you won't climb in. It goes straight to the people.
But you know these cars, I think they also have dictation, you know? Like you can command it and stuff. There's a software maybe probably installed. The one. Because sometimes you know umuntu at abizi imoto ngesandla. Izolala, yabo. It's kind of crazy actually.
They can put a mechanism to do those things. Like with remote. Like you can start it with the remote, put it in gear in the remote. Like you can do a lot of things.
So basifaka kuma kusheshe vele.
Yeah, they do. Most of the time, like even with the rave counts, you know,
And then it goes up, down.
Yeah. It's a system put in place. Hey, you know, with AI and type of vibes. Now everything is crazy though. You can like even clap your hands, lights on.
Hey, bro.
So yeah.
Damn.
Technology.
Hey, I forgot to. This episode is brought to you by Honalo Grey Chili, man. Yeah, this is the Mama's flavor. That's the original Shisa. Yeah, man, get your chili. Description, link in the description below. Yeah, the Instagram link. And just DM them or their numbers in their bio. So yeah, get the chili, man.
Yeah, black-owned business. Black-owned business. No?
Yeah.
You should check it out. Maybe we can give you like a sample before invite.
Yeah.
Then the chilies. Oh.
That's today I'm even Brian. So yeah.
I'm doing a pride today.
I'm doing a pride today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's perfect, bro.
So it's
When
kind
I
of
need it.
Yeah.
Bobby once.
Yeah.
God,
So I want to ask you a question, bro. What are your tats? Like, what's the meaning behind your tats, bro?
So when I was young, I used to love tribal tattoos, right? So I thought, okay, let me get my first tattoo, which is this one, the tribal tattoo. So I got that tattoo. So I heard people saying once you get one, you will stop. I'm like, I'll get one and stop. Ish. And I was thinking after that one, I'm like,
You got a whole
The
sleeve.
needle, bro. The needle.
oh, then I had to get this one, which is like roses. And then I got another rose here. Then I got another rose here. And then another rose there.
Yeah, a
And
bunch
then
of
another
roses.
rose there.
Probably on the butt cheek, there's a rose.
Then I had to then continue with my tribal tattoo. Yeah, that's basically it. I love tribal tattoos.
So it's more of just like art for you,
Yeah.
like a decorating type of thing.
Yeah, I love tattoos. I think I'm an addict now.
Why so many roses though?
I love roses. I think they look cute on me.
Violets are blue.
Roses are red.
Violets are blue.
Yeah, I think they look good on me. I love roses.
Because I also want to get a tattoo, but pain apparently.
But
It's
it
hectic,
isn't
bro.
that bad.
Really?
Yeah, remember the needle's not sticking like inside your skin. It's like on the top, it's tapping, putting ink on the top layer of the skin. So it's not too bad. But you can feel the pain.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not used to it. Yeah, if you're used to it, it's like you can just carry on. But if it's the first time,
What's it
remember
compared
you-
to the pain?
I can't say piercing. Piercing is
Piercing is like 5 seconds and then it's
but the thing is piercing. You need to pierce into the skin.
Yeah.
That's piercing is painful. We can't compare to piercing. Piercing is painful.
It's more painful than tattoo.
Piercing you need to pierce.
Yeah. I guess the difference is tattoos is for long, nappies, yeah, and stuff.
Yes, and it's not in
And it's
one
not-
place. That's the
Vibration,
thing.
right?
Yeah, it sort of feels like vibration
Yeah.
on the skin. Just
Yeah.
that it's a bit uncomfortable. Yeah, because it's like going in the top layer of the skin. But it's not that bad. And it depends on the tattoo artist because experience is not the same. You can get someone who's professional and then once they do it, you don't even feel pain because they know how to put the needle into your skin, like on the top layer, top. So another one just presses the needle. You can imagine a needle going deeper in your skin 1,000 times a minute.
Shy stuka.
That would be painful. That would be painful. So
You don't have any.
Hey, dog, hey. But hey, I'm from a religious background, you understand? Type of vibe, you understand? But I also wanted a more of a travel one, right? Like Hawaiian type of vibes. But fit. Yazuhlala nabafundisi bafethu. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm a pastor's kid, though.
Me too, bro.
Yeah, you understand? So mine's like chill with, hey, that's the temple of God type of vibe. But otherwise, I don't have a problem with anybody who has it either way. You know? If I had the chance to, maybe if I'm drunk, gents, we sharp, bro. Mistake, I didn't do. Somebody did it to me. Type of vibe. But otherwise, I do crave for one, dog. I want to do it on my thigh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But per se, like even summer, right? Like a gym, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, when you get that bulked up body, you know, tatunyana there.
You shine every part.
Nah, dog. I wanted a full sleeve, a tribal, dog, like tribal full sleeve, very type of vibes. Yeah. So what? Maybe
I also
might
want one of like a Bible verse, funny enough, actually. So I was going to see bodies, but I'm putting a Bible verse on my skin. So yeah, I actually want to get it.
You're embodying it, dog.
I'm embodying it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So they can't really say anything, but if it's well.
Yeah. But I feel like
I'm gonna get my sleeve also.
yeah.
So I only want one though, but I'm hoping to only have one.
I never heard which is addictive. If you do
Yeah, we can
the
see.
second one is soon coming.
yeah,
for
that
sure.
I can vouch for. Once you do 110 more.
Yeah.
And we're working in corporate, you can't really like have too many tattoos. 'Cause
Yeah.
Exactly.
But if it's a full sleeve, Nyana, I tell you when you're wearing a full sleeve. If I didn't go to Ife like about the and stuff, it was you piggyback. I should like not so long ago you are a thief. If you have a tattoo, whether you gangster,
But I'm sure there's a lot to have.
Yeah, most I think they do it after the inside.
Because for them to take you, you don't
Yeah, so
need
most
to have one.
Plus-
But obviously, if you after then you wear your full sleeve, like we'll see.
Yeah.
Because the important part is that it mustn't be visible.
yeah, for sure.
I think that's why certain places you can't, like your face or your neck.
Your
Yeah,
hand.
It shouldn't be visible.
shouldn't be visible though.
Manje khohlwa kunabulilweni ngapha ngaphandle. Shaya umzimba wonke.
Kule industry yakhe vele iyamvumela, to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Eish.
But it seems very unprofessional having a tattoo on your face, bro.
Yeah, I'd never. Yeah.
Because now
Yeah, it's kind of crazy though.
Yeah.
Like thinking about it, it's kind of crazy though.
Hey, bro.
I'm fun. That's gangster though.
Yes,
You can't
okay.
convince me enough.
gangsters,
Even
yeah.
if you come to me,
And,
like,
yeah,
and especially that one, it's a trope. You can't convince me enough. Aye.
But someone said something. They said that if, like, you get a tattoo, you can't be broke. Because it's going to look weird having tattoos, but like maybe
Yes,
you're
okay.
unemployed or like,
Yeah.
You look like a gangster, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, true. No, I think.
But I don't know, man.
Now that you say it, but now that you say it, yeah, dog. Yahluphenga ngapha ama-tattoo agcwele umzimba wonke. Gotta have a plan, bro. Because it's even like, let me say you sell something, you're an entrepreneur or something, right? I feel like obviously your presence, it means a lot when you come to somebody else, right? So imagine if you're a tattoo, what's the first thing somebody sees about you? Especially if it's someone who's not in the creative scene.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, true, sir. Probably they're gonna say you demonic and stuff. Like there's this other guy like Pekka Slam, right? Shapi there, the whole face, neck, whatever. Imagine. You
Face and neck also.
Yeah, ngaphuza ama-codeine nje wena uyaya nje. Everything undlula naye. You understand? So it's kind of crazy though.
Man, phakathi awufuni ukumngenela.
Not to say everybody baphila naye because of it's someone we grew up with, right? We know you, but imagine people who don't know you.
Oh,
And imagine being a parent also. Seeing that, okay, sharp, you know what, you're old enough now, you can do your own decisions. But me living with you and yes, I'm at the ikas is cool. Imagine umuntu afika. Manje wena wana how with yeah, well, it's kind of crazy.
Gas is also another conversation, eh?
Toxic.
How is it very gas chance like?
Kasi, you need to live at that time. I guess it's happening. Zinto ziyachinja, things are fast. Like umkuvo.
Hello, yeah.
I guess you need to live at that time. So, but you also have a choice. I mean, you can appeal guys and then it's just be normal.
Because I had a conversation with one of my friends, bro, about this. Like, Yabona, like, the thing you get how much type of money was like, they end up being Abonya Wupe and like gangsters and stuff like that. And he was saying that it's because of how Ikasi was geographically created, like Uti, abantu vele at the bottom, like bangabinama opportunities are cool and so. But I was saying Uti, but you have a choice also as a mood because you get a much itajenga and I was like, guys, who don't do those things, But it's like, nah, it's because of the way during apartheid was set up and stuff like that. Which he did make a good point also,
Not per se, though. You know what I think? Like, from my perspective, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like every decision you bring upon yourself is self-made, honestly speaking, right? If there's also a black person who is rich, that means you can also make it, even though it's tough out there, dog. But it's all about you. It's either you accept your situation or you're trying to change it, you understand? I feel like we as black people, we always want to justify every day that you don't have, you understand? Whereas you can't justify it, dog. You know what? So at the end of the day, you know what you want in life. You have your aspirations. You can't live a life without goals and everything. You understand? You can't just live every day and and you understand? Well, okay, so as a much and no grand I want to explore maybe 1 hour but you can't say now that is supposed to be your life or something that you dictate upon yourself. Because of you it cause a hatred to someone who has always been working hard to get whatever that they want. Like these days, the way doctor, my nurse and everything. Now, you don't get it anymore because of everybody wants to get out, Yabo? Because of khona manje ufaka floodlight. Like last time, my kid and mom changed the floodlight. And I'm kind of like 3 houses. Umuntu ohlala like 3 houses away.
Utshontshile.
Yeah, church floodlights. And the worst part, we buy some as a gas lakho, la we change it. You understand? So when you're trying to make your house better, you're trying to improve your cars, your type of vibes, you buy a Go 7 cars. Leia, you buy some materials there, George. Yeah, but it's not a thing of you self-powered anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when kusasa buy Hennessy and so on. Yeah, kusala yeah, but suppose you try to find siyatawa so.
Ish.
Yeah, but and it's just because of it's your preference. Yeah, but it's not something probably you were bragging or anything. No, it's your preference.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can imagine let me say it's by Misa. Hey, tape on faith to dinta. Uncle about tolo. Don't see any issue kind of izenza better. Why is get put around and 2 clip or meaning 500 I can do a lot more.
Yeah, machita. They're entitled to machita cigars. You know.
Yeah, one give floor put I You can't be entitled to my money though. I work for it every day. If I want to buy a Louis Vuitton bag right now, you're 12K. I'm entitled to it because if I work so hard, you don't know what I desired at the end of the day. Yeah, one. So much you flopping there. So that's why I'm saying I can't see these days. Quite a good man, we need that, but we don't wanna no more figure out of the blue. In that was a figure good, you understand? Quite a good because I don't wanna lie. I can't see the chance.
I think go quiet.
Yeah, it's always vibe.
People are up and down.
Kalama takes in apparently.
It's busy. It's not quiet. So it's
Yeah.
So it's and the thing is with Ekas, you are easily influenced, but still you have a choice.
Exactly, yeah.
Because if you mix yourself with a certain group of people, then you're most likely to do what they do. But still, you have a choice of doing it or not doing it. So that's why Ekas abantu thola bangena ema-drugs in because of friends.
Yeah.
No, guys, let's go smoke. Then they smoke, and then mangena kwezinye izinto
Hey.
more strong, and then.
But ain't it so, dog? I think more studying probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Even
I
here.
think it's the same thing. It's okay, sharp. Let me say what maybe more not everyone is always like outside, including indoors, right? When you meet up, maybe on a skateboard, you use an alien. Plus, most of the time, I'm a lean. Yeah, what?
Studio.
Oh, when you fear,
Good.
maybe it's a boga. Yeah, well, cat.
Okay.
Last time, among Sepram, maybe it's boga, it's cats, right? So, when to figure now, it's a boy. You understand? Because of now, I feel like that's when you're most happiest because of now, which is recently. So, when you don't know this type of shit, so when figure out, let me try it. You got it.
Did you try it? When they said disarm?
Boga.
Yeah.
No, I've bought it for people that I'm blooming with, but I've never tried it. When I started my business here. It's something I actually reflect on that a lot because of my fit. I box out it, yo. I boxed my money out. Literally, like young. I was probably around 17, right? You're pushing, you're hustling, money is coming in straight, like on. So I met these other gents. We used to Kimona Osabula Butabu, like Utabu, Mike's kitchen there in Bram. Spend, swipe, my beer, for girls, whatever. Yeah, then got broke. Ish. And
Life hit hard.
And starting from that point, going up, it's not that easy anymore.
Hey.
Check. Yeah, but I think it's something every person is supposed to reflect on.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're supposed to go through the process.
Yeah.
If you don't go through it, you want to do it when you're a millionaire. When
Yo.
you're talking about like 20.
Ish.
Tomorrow, the very same people, they're not the ones who support you. They're not the ones they're not there when you're suffering and stuff. They keep a petrol.
Ish.
Hey.
It's kind of crazy.
It sounds like an Upload story. Yeah.
For sure.
Kuna manje abaseka bachita manje.
I was saying.
Umathenga amapiya laba,
Yeah,
but that's how you learn, really, like you said.
When I grew from that, like that guy used to go and talk. One share consenting amigos, but everything apart from my wanting coons and petty cam. I'm busy with my cam. I was shooting there. I got immediate access, right? So we were supposed to go back a gas song. Boy, you have made a much time you tapu share. You know, had to call my dad. My dad is supposed to hlanganisa mali for Uber. Ngapha ngihamba namajita kayi. Angisakhoni kube yiwani manje. Kumele balale kimi. Then omunye kumele agibele itaxi ayithembise. You understand? Ushiya abangani bakhe. And manje bayangicapha. So you can't leave abanye yabo. Ngapha ifoni lo, kumele uboleke ifoni yomunye umuntu. And you know omunye umuntu angeke ngithembe yabo. So it's kind of crazy. It's a life lesson, bro. Yeah. It's very a lot.
I think everyone's been through those, like, call them Groove Chronicles, really. Showing transport, like, it's just weird stories, bro. Then your parents have to, like, rescue you, and then the next day,
But how do you leave your niggas?
I don't know. Yabona yokudaka ulokhe uhlanze nani. It's better than leaving abantu ubuya nabo estradini esiwane class. eJozi West Part around 2 a.m. 3 a.m. dog. It's kind of crazy.
It should be equal or something. Ne?
I am fine. I don't know. Because of this guy, ne? You know, like being bitten each and every time, and it's like you enjoy being bitten, dog. Because of this guy, last time he organized us with Siepra, right? When we're supposed to go back, transport I said we have to walk from Bram to King North. Yeah, so Kibilama takes it around 1 a.m. So I still want to ask him, though, what were you thinking?
So I'm born since that day.
I have seen him. Pusha money into the Patriotic Alliance. I don't know, it's part of it. Yeah, he's someone who hustles a lot. Yeah, and we are pushing people, but I've never talked to him since then. I don't even look at him the same way because of if you can leave me there, dog. Fine.
He's a politician.
Now.
My one just tell you, let's come vote. They just pending.
I'm talking about the person. I'm not talking about the more than one thing of it. Yeah, maybe some taller like podcast, maybe so like yeah, but you're not. Yeah, he was a dope change. He used to hustle. I used to hustle. Gang. It's umuntu on a plan. Yeah, MP. Yeah, never relaxes. Yeah, he's never comfortable. But otherwise, what he said, die.
What's your wildest story, bro, from Groove?
I think the thing is, I don't normally go to Groove. That's the thing. Because I don't drink.
You don't drink?
Yeah, I don't drink. So, in most cases, what happens is, I would go out with my friend because me and my friend, we didn't drink, right? So unfortunately, he has passed away. So we didn't drink. So it would make it easy because there's no one influencing the other. So there would be no bad decisions. We sober like a judge. We go to a place, we chill with people, they get drunk, we go the other way. So it would make it easy because we wouldn't be in a difficult situation because we're sober. Yeah. And then we make sure that we have transport to go where we're going and come back.
So when you get there, like, what do you drink? Like water, juice, or
water, juice, energy drinks.
Energy drinks, yeah.
Yeah, there's non-alcoholic cocktails.
Mocktails. It's a mocktail, I think so. Yeah, I think it's a mocktail. Yeah.
And you will still be able to have fun.
Yeah, we used to have fun. A lot of fun. Because we're the same character.
Why don't you drink, though?
I think I drank before while I was still from high school, basically. So I drank until a point where I felt like every time I'm drunk, I get sick. So now I thought to myself that it defeats the purpose because I'm now sick, but now I'm not enjoying the scene. So now now I'm sitting like, I wish I could go back and be sober and then start afresh. So now I'm thinking that, but there's no use to be drunk then because when I'm drunk, I don't like it. I rather must stay sober.
And you save a lot of money too.
Yeah. You see people buying expensive alcohol, man. Like 5K alcohol in a day. So yeah, it saves money, saves trouble. Saves trouble. But I mean, there's no harm in fun. I mean, you can have fun, but you need to don't put yourself in a difficult situation, and you need to look at the people you're going with. But hence, you are saying that he went with someone and then they left them. So you see that means that person doesn't look out for you. He doesn't care where you are. He can leave you in Joburg and come back and sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah, Baba.
Imagine.
So
It's crazy.
important
Yeah, it's
to know
crazy,
who you're
bro.
going with, yeah.
Kind of crazy, but you only see a person's true colors when you're with them. Like the last time I went to Game Fest, I think it was probably the first time or second time I met Seppo. Right, he had to King. You booked another accommodation or something
another accommodation.
to accommodate us. You understand? And I was like, ah, damn, this nigga. And then, we were drinking this side when I available Shai Coke, pizza type of vibes. Yeah, but I'm like, these chains, what crazy, you sure? You know when and the worst part, yeah, when you're a person's kid, very, type of vibes.
Yeah.
But now you feel guilty with ish. I'm I wish I was like you. But I'm much now we try to yeah, but otherwise I'm afraid. It's an experience for it, It's good. It's good. Rather let it be a personal decision, not because of you doing it because of somebody else.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like, even if I church, right? I'm not supposed to judge anyone, right? But how am I gonna approach another person if I've never been through the very same thing? You understand? We all have our reasons for drinking alcohol, but ain't it better rather talk about something that you know yourself or okay, sharp?
Yeah.
It's a so. But now well mutomo, what you are into so you understand? That type of vibe. So
Like you've been through that, you know what you're talking about. Speaking from experience, in a sense.
exactly type of vibes, dog. You can't tell somebody ngama drugs if you have never tried it. What are you gonna say? Because uzokutshela manje ukuthi in fact my mom died, my dad died.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I'm smoking drugs. When uzothini? Kind of crazy, ne? Yeah, so no, I'm not saying go try it, but otherwise I feel like it's better referencing from something.
Yeah.
You can't talk about money, and I.
I saw this meme on Instagram. This guy's like, the moment when I make it and I have money, I'm gonna be doing those. We all have the same 24 hours. Those quotes like.
Exactly.
It's about the journey,
The
not the
motivational-
success, the motivational thing.
But honestly speaking, I feel like motivational talks are useless, dog. Honestly speaking, for me, because of I feel like a story circuit, dog, and they don't go raw deep about what they did. You always talk about how you made it and what you have. Like if you did forex, I can't do forex, right? It's not. I'm not saying you can't do it, but it's a thing of we can never do the same thing to be rich.
Yeah.
You understand? So rather be raw about what you did. If you ask me time, I stole a car, sold it, then I started going to the business, opened a container. Something I'm raw about.
You're right. Actually,
don't-
they never
yeah.
tell the
raw
full
part.
story. Yeah,
The full story.
yeah.
It's always you gotta wake up in the morning around 6 a.m. Not everybody when you wake up around 6 a.m. is gonna make it. But other people go to work before 3.
Yeah.
They come back around 9 o'clock. But they're still not even where they want to be in life, you understand? So be raw about it, dog. Yes, if you know what you want 1 o'clock, and you start pushing. Because 1 o'clock, 5, maybe in the evening, you understand? We don't do the same thing. Not the very same medication works for all of us. But as long as you achieving your goals, you're fighting for whatever that you want.
Yeah, we don't all have the same formula in life, man,
Yeah.
I want to ask a question. I don't know if we can talk about this. Your friend.
Yeah.
Can you, because I see you always post him like, yo, he was, like your best friend. I can see that.
My best friend, yeah.
How was that like losing him and stuff like that?
I gotta say, I'm a kind of person who has never lost someone close. That losing my friend was the first time. Like I'd hear someone saying, I've lost my mother. It's hard, né? And like I could just imagine the pain. I didn't know how it would feel. So the thing is, with my friend, we were like a pair, I could say. Like he was just another version of me. So if you'd see me, you'd see him. Didn't you used to ever come out?
Yeah, I have a can. Oh, but
You still have.
But I did a lot of things in life, eh? I was a photographer, mechanic, fix everything, dog. last time I bumped my neighbor's wall, invited a whole place there. Hey, dog, I did a lot of things in life, yo. I used to sell lights for cars. Hey, dog, I used to do a lot of things, yo.
I'll push you.
Hustle.
Hustle.
Hustle is real.
I should have said, you know money, chance. That's when you only realize that being rich is not easy, but losing money is easy. You understand? So, not being able to be disciplined in fun, it's one thing that you know when people say you gotta take 6 months and then I don't think it's about 6 months. It's about what you want.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Yeah, but if you want the iPhone 14 now, you know you're gonna save for it, right? It's about what you want. So you gotta fight for it at the end of the day.
How badly do you want to, Bill?
Ah, very.
Losing money is easy, yo.
In fact, imagine right now you can buy, let me say, a VSOP. Right now it's 1K. Nah. You know, in a day, even if you hustle, you don't make it. Matter you spent it in a day. Yeah, when it's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
So most of the time, when I also drink, I think about if I'm not 250 here right now, am I gonna make it like during the week, so I can cover my loss? You understand? Because of now, if you can't cover your loss, which would basically when you're not benefiting anything. It's like you're a spanner, you're just waiting for month end, and you know very well what my expenses.
Wish.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Poochie, you're still explaining about it.
Yeah, so I was saying, so we used to be a pair. So I met him, I think around 2015. I think 2015 or 2016. So I met him and he's like, yeah, no, show up by my house and then I'll pimp your car. He used to be good at pimping cars. Yeah, I used to like I used to see people like pimping their cars low, but when I saw his car, I'm like, I know this is what I want.
Yeah.
So that's where I got the love of having to pimp cars. Okay, so like come by my house. I used to drive a microbus VW. Like come to my house, would put on nice lights, tint on the lights, tint on the windows, nice bright lights. You see, used to give me like ideas. No, put this, put that. Like how look nice. Put a sticker bomb, like those funny character stickers, and then it would make the car look nice, right? And then our friendship went on, and then we fought it some time. Then I'm thinking, no, I don't need this friend, right? Few months down the line, I meet him, and then it's like, no, I see you got a car. Come by my place. Then I'll make it look nice for you. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Then went to his place, made my car look nice. Then that's where we carried on to be friends. So we would do like everything together, like go to car shows together, everywhere. Like if you saw him, then you'd see me. Like that's how close we are. If I would be walking alone, they'd ask me, "Where's Puti? Where's your friend?"
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, maybe he's coming or he's at home, or like we wouldn't be away from each other more often. So he's like a brother to me. So this year, unfortunately, he passed away. So that's when like it was very hard on me. I didn't, because remember, I've never felt that much pain of having to lose someone close. Then on his funeral, like I couldn't hold it. Like I've never cried so much in my life. I think even my mother would tell you, I don't cry. I'm a tough cookie, but that day, I felt like I cried. I'm thinking that how could this person leave me so early? I mean, we're still young. We planned a future to better our lives, but then he has left me. It was hard. It was hard. But as time goes by, I think one of the challenges with grief is that it takes time.
Yeah.
Take time to heal, because remember, if you have had to live in a moment, right, and you get to a moment like similar to that one, let's say I'm going with Abuti nice to a car show, and then I'm thinking, my friend would have been here and would have been having a nice time, then I'd have that sad feeling. But anyway, as time goes by, I'm trying to
Adjust.
basically Yeah, Justin.
Was it a car accident?
Yeah,
Car accident.
it was a car accident, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very sad one. But
You know, grief is a real thing, bro. I also lost my mom this year, like beginning of the year. Like I think it's like a thing of like you never really truly heal. You like learn to live with it. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes,
To live without the person, but every day you're just like, "Ish, if this person was here today, you know."
exactly.
But it's life, right? The harsh reality of life, yo. Thinking that we're all gonna die one day, bro. Yeah.
It's
crazy.
not early, eh? I was also thinking, But life nowadays, dog, is it's so cut short, dog. Even our grandparents live way much longer than we are living, dog, as the youth. You understand? And if youth is not there anymore, then who's gonna be there tomorrow, dog? You understand? We're supposed to be like the ones burying our parents and stuff. You understand? So where did we do wrong to a point whereby each and every week now on your status it's condolences? Dog.
Yeah.
And it's the young ones, that's the thing.
What are we doing
the youth
wrong?
is-
That's what we must ask ourselves. What is it that we're doing wrong? You understand? Because for sure, Antoine, there's something probably we're doing wrong. You know, I'm not even putting it maybe on a religious basis or anything, but what is it that we're doing so much that we are the ones who's becoming erased?
But the Bible does say somewhere, good team, people will start dying like younger.
Yeah. True, that is, dog. But it's a hard reality, you understand? Because of you losing someone that you love, you have aspirations, dog.
Yeah.
You know, these days,
bro.
you know what, like, in my conscious mind, like, I even feel like in order for you to live longer, you gotta be doing something. Don't relax. Don't be a person like who's always sleeping, you understand? A busy life means tomorrow, like living towards a plan, you understand? Because if you don't live towards anything, I feel like it's much easier for you to become erased, you know? Because it's like having Eastern initiative is span. At the end of the day, you're gonna give it away. You understand? But the moment something is working, I feel like you always have that thrill for tomorrow. So if you don't have a thrill, you give up on life.
But
Our
that's-
fate has totally spun.
Yeah.
You understand? Do something. Like not per se, not everyone has a business character or a business mind, but what I'm saying is don't relax, dog. You understand? Rather, because of you looking for work, rather be doing something than when you get work, you understand? At least, but that thing is able to sustain you. Because I feel like youth are no ratwafa chance.
Blind.
You understand? Then Sasa, when you're not sleeping. Imagine the kind of pain you go through doing the process of whatever that you're doing, right? You don't know when you edit or when you print. You don't know, you sleepless nights, you're trying to figure out something. But tomorrow when you spend your money, don't sense a grand, what and that. But you understand? Whereas you could have been doing the same thing. Invest your time in something, dog. Yeah, but so it's kind of ish.
Exactly, that is.
No, plus you know why, dog. Yeah? It's not nice seeing somebody else suffer, dog. You know, and I grew up, and I was part in Kulele Sontweni, you know, seeing someone suffer, whereas when on a good and it's kind of bad. But thinking good in faith, we also have a responsibility on our lives at the end of the day. You understand? You can sell like tomatoes and stuff. You want amachita bapusha matroli ko gas, yabo. You can sell, but you're making money at the end of the day. And imagine ukuthi lo muntu uyenza malini in a day.
Inkinga ukuthi like amajiti kasi cause mangathi uyabheka lezo ilezi zangale lezi ezipayisa
Yeah.
amatamati maya abantu
Yeah.
bethu bane pride
Angeniyenzi.
Yeah, bazothina abantu.
Yo,
Mina yo.
Exactly. Hamba nomuntu eGoal 7 ngicabanga sempusha itroli mina mfethu.
yayikeli yizo season 3 leyo bobo abekafuna ukuthengisa amalahle
You understand? At the end of the day, discrimination is easy, but if you must start in your place some cool time, send it in Chaka, by some causa, pay and tag. At the end of the day, it's you alone who's suffering. It's not us.
That's the thing, bro. You're the one who's suffering. No? You know how painful it is to not have any money coming in, dog.
Chaka.
There's a homie, Joe, like, outlay him too. He's unemployed, ne? So I'm actually the way to span, like, you know, call center jobs, retail jobs. He's like, nah, he doesn't want those kind of jobs, bro.
Yeah, that's
But the same guy will ask you to borrow him money, bro.
exactly.
Hey, pay too. Hey.
No, but I like with that aspirations. It's kind of crazy because of what I tell them most of the time. Né? Like, now I've never worked before, né?
Yeah.
And I don't see myself working. But if it's something that comes, I'll take it. You know,
Yeah.
it's bad at the end of the day. But through like from primary dog, I used to sell the cool time. No shopping over pizza OPC dog. Nigga buy those, you know those ice lollies you sell them for 30 cents. Yeah. I used to sell them. I'm a nickname. So like it started from a young age. High school, I used to do aftercare, like in Fundisa Abanya homework, you understand? And you know? So when you grow, wabona around fit, you know what? I'm saying push it, Joe. So that's what I'm saying, Ori. At the end of the day, we all have problems, gents. I don't know what you're saying. I want to out a story some more. You swear around fit. I'm not appealing bill. You know? But it's you allowing yourself to be consumed by your problems, dog. Until why? If you are consumed, you are obvious. Uzohlezi une depression, uzohlezi na. Go for dog. Lead the richest of the richest person, dog. You know?
Maya, since you grew up in a church,
Yeah.
I'm assuming your mom or dad was a pastor.
Both, yeah.
Do you also have to be a pastor now when you like grow up? and stuff?
Not per se. I'm going to buy umfundisi akazali umfundisi, right?
That's why
But-
I to be a pastor.
No, it's not like I feel like church is not a baton that you pass on to anyone, you know? Having parents who are pastors doesn't mean like you certainly have to be a pastor, but I feel like it's also a right way of living, right? But if you know when you muntu ukhona ukuba umfundisi something makabe umfundisi choma. You understand? Asina money or anything, but don't go and do something that's going to be heavy for you. You understand? It comes, being a pastor, and I feel like it comes with a lot of responsibility. Are you willing to let go of those desires, you know, those silly desires and stuff? Being like, what's my job? What's my job? I feel like, yeah, we all have desires, you know. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people forget that you're also human, dog, when you're a pastor, right? You're also vulnerable to doing mistakes. But the problem is when they persecute you, they be like, mfundisi, marabega, yaphuza. Like being a pastor's kid is hard, dog. Awukhona ukuba beer because of phela leyo mntana kamfundisi mara yaphuza thina soya kanjani esontweni. Yeah, boy, you're being judged, but the problem is, fun. At the end of the day, you're also human, dog. You're so evident enough to doing mistakes. Noma ngathi umfundisi kangakanani, umfundisi uyathandaza. You are good. Ukhona ukuthi ngathi like what is sin? It's a simple thing. Umuntu angakwatela ukuthi ambulisa. You already sinned in the eyes of the Lord. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. We all have our flaws, dog. But if God wants me to be a pastor, I'll be a pastor of it. A pastor, nice.
My friend here, my friend over here, should I tell them that?
Basically, I think I don't know. It's either like with prophecies. I think it's maybe they change, like destiny changes, or maybe it was false. I don't know, bro.
I actually think you could be, bro, because they prophesied for him too. Like there's a prophecy. Was it Pastor Nick who said that you're going to be pastor?
Yeah.
But like the way you speak sometimes, bro, when you like get into that spiritual, maybe you could, dog. Give it maybe time. You know, you never know.
You know, it could probably be a thing of you don't certainly like have to be a pastor, but probably have a ministering spirit. Like maybe when you talk to people, when you advise them, you can like umuntu akhululeka maka now. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. It's most of the time you like. That's time more king. I was watching the show. I was telling me much love and stuff. Guti abanye bahamba bayathatha idlozi like in BS akoma. Kanti it's not per se that. It's just that you have a calling, but you decided to take it in another form of way. You understand? So I think that's how we mislead each other. And sometimes the prophecy might feel munyumund. It's not per se what we are showing to when so it's how the vision came to him. Only to find out that probably you are a shepherd of something else. So yeah, you gotta look at it in that kind of way. But if it's something that is yours, you can never run away from it. Whether even it's after 10 years. Shaya pushy type of vibes. You're gonna get 30% or something. You're gonna get discount.
I'd never do that. I respect God, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
But at the same time, guys,
do that.
as much as it's a church, but it's also a business. I'm not saying like people must take 30% from their salaries too, but the church has to still survive. They still have to pay rents, lights, instruments, things like that.
I think it's how we understand it.
Yeah.
I feel like everything is attacked these days. Even church, whatever, it's attacked. Someone was attacked. But getting to understand the form of a church, right? At the end of the day, in fact, let me say, right now, you're going to study to be a drummist. Né? When you get to church, at the end of the day, it's your talent, it's something that you want to make money on, right? So in order for you to get paid, right? Many abantu banikele. Yabona? Many kubhadalwe ugesi choir abantu bayacula. They're supposed to get paid. The talent yabo. You understand? You can't go hire an artist to come sing at church and pay 15K, but you can't even pay your band. It's kind of wrong, honestly. You're taking people for granted. You understand? So that's why I'm saying a lot of people, they understand it wrong. At the end of the day, if let me say with our span, she's as a church and type of vibes. Not saying it's imagine you're supposed to feed him, but at the end of the day, he's ministering to you. He's giving you the word of God. He's studying the word of God to come and minister to you.
And they support you like in funerals, for example.
Yeah,
exactly. Weddings, bashatis, and things like that. It's also a job for them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that's why it's all about how people understand it. So that's why most of the time I don't like even talking about things that are related to God, because it's easy for someone to misinterpret you. And imagine now a wrong narrative. It's much easier to be spread than the right one. So that's why the topic it's something else. I swear, but otherwise in fact, I'm expenses are corn. Sound. You can imagine. Let me say speaker search.
We have in the church though. We have it.
Yeah, every Sunday. And I'm not going church is
like in Vin.
Yeah.
Now it's now it's we
I think why night church, I think engqondweni yami it might right for mind. I'm thinking ukuthi mina lento yenziwe church ngazenzela yona. I mean I can do it at home. Right? So ngisuka ngicabanga ukuthi okay, yes I go to church ngimamela umfundisi I preach, right? Which is I'd love to hear that. But I mean I can still ngihlala endlini just open. I mean I'm just just read through the word and then but still uthola ukuthi abantu still baya at church but still inhliziyo zabo then uthola abantu esontweni yesibaya esontweni but abantu abekho right asabantu aba-right then ipurpose yokuya echurchini so ngibona ukuthi akuyafana ngojoyina group uthola ukuthi ume nomuntu umuntu okhona
come out the same.
But still ngazihlalela endlini just get the word read the Bible of ngilalela phone.
Yeah, you said the same thing. But at church, like it's kind of like I don't know, like when you're around people who are of the same, who like believe in the same thing, you kind of get more strength in a sense.
Yeah, the Bible even says
when people fellowship together. And there's certain things maybe that I would read in the Bible that I want to understand. That I can understand if someone else explains it to me at church, you see. But I guess that they feel like is good for them. Because I can't force you to do something that you want to do.
But that's why I get it. Understanding about how it's hard. Like most of people, they don't go to church anymore because they've been hurt, like a lot of people, which is understandable. But the main base, I think the reason from my perspective of going to church is you going to fellowship with other people and learning. Sometimes when you find the scripture, you must understand and get someone who can give you a better revelation of the scripture. You understand? So that's why yes, you can pray at home, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
but sometimes you become uplifted by other people's stories, you understand? Sometimes you know something when it's time maybe somebody's testimony, probably something that you've been through or you going through, but someone has overcome it. You understand? That's when you need that kind of thing which I have faith, you know what? That means I can also overcome if Mutohona will overcome already. So I'm not think it's in the way, but otherwise I'm not a dream of it. It's still okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But then
Yeah.
distractions are a lot. So dream. Get a mood. Go, something. Yeah, so that's why it's so you get distracted too much. Because of right now, if you're ring, you can answer it.
Yeah,
So distractions are a lot. So that's what I'm saying. But otherwise, it's also a good thing, right?
I think I prefer that because
whatever works for you.
or I think maybe let me put it like this. I think I haven't found the right church. I think let me say that.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, when I
Yeah,
go
for
to
sure.
church, right? Yeah. And like have a good session. Listen to the pastor, like have praise. But I think I haven't found the right church. I've been to a lot of churches. I
What
think I
were
haven't found
issues at the churches?
No, the thing is, I sometimes feel like maybe this is not where I belong. I don't know where I belong. Maybe I belong at home, praying at home.
No, it does happen.
Because I feel like, okay, I'm at this church and I'm looking at these people. Yes, I can feel the energy. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking that, no, this is not what I want. So I don't know what I want, basically. I'm
this
still
is
trying to discover.
Who you are,
Yeah, because I've went to different churches and because churches are different.
Yeah.
They do things differently. So yeah, so I think I haven't found
the right church.
Yeah,
It's the same thing as, dating. You're still exploring. You haven't found the right woman yet. So you wanna
bouncing around.
try here, bounce around, try here,
Just the task.
until you find like
Yeah. No, it is of it. I didn't think we'll peel of it,
Speaking of that, like, he told me, okay, you wanna?
No, you can.
I think you.
Oh yeah. So you Tepo mentioned earlier on that he wanted us to talk about like the topic of fatherhood. Is it fatherhood, deadbeat fathers, and how that affects people? Because it's a very, I'd say, sensitive topic, Neho, in a sense.
Yeah, it is.
Very
sensitive.
Because it changes like your life and how you view your life as you grow
Yeah,
up and how you are as a person when you grow up.
I don't know, Tepo. Would you like to shed some light on that? Because
I think on that topic, actually, it is a very sensitive topic because it's reality. I mean, a lot of people have been through that. A lot of people are doing it. So it is a sensitive topic, and I feel, on my personal capacity, that I would want to do to my children what I would want to be done unto me, because I feel like if someone, let's say you get to a situation whereby there's a guy that has a child, but then he doesn't like take care of the child, he doesn't look after the child, doesn't go see the child, is like declaring in his own mind that this is not my child. So if you would go to that person and ask him that, how would you feel if your father did that to you? They wouldn't like it. But then how are you doing it to someone else if you don't like it yourself? So that's why a lot of people end up now having this hatred of their fathers, because it's most likely in parenting for the father to be absent than the mother. Yes, there are some cases where there are absent mothers then. Yeah, there are. You see, so I do think that people are not fair.
Yeah.
They're not treating parenting, especially mostly the fathers, good. They're not doing good to their kids.
But I think also maybe let me play devil's advocate. In some situations, maybe like the mother blocks the father from being there, maybe because of like there are situations where maybe like something happened between the mother and the father, and now the mother's using this as a way to get back to the father, although it affects the child. You know what I'm saying? Which is also wrong. You know, completely wrong. Or maybe the father also maybe thinks that because he doesn't have money that maybe, but yeah, I don't know. That could be a reason too. Maybe.
Yeah, and it's a dangerous topic, you know, because of at the end of the day, it's an innocent kid that doesn't know nothing about whatever that's happening between the both of you. So why is the kid supposed to suffer? Because of this is what causes trauma to a child. That's why most of the time you get kids who don't listen at school, kids who are misbehaving and stuff. You understand? So that's why it also goes back to that thing, like since I grew up in church, that don't have sex before marriage. You understand? Because of starting a family, we have normalized everything these days to a point whereby that's why we have such things happening. That's why umntana bekavela from a marriage, right? Proper surname. You want that line, that bloodline and everything. We just changed it and made it into our own cliche way. We make it so understanding not to be a dad. You make it so understanding not to be a responsible mother. You understand? That's why you get your groove the whole night to ukhohliwe to usho umntana makabuya endlini umntana ushile endlini. You understand those type of vibes. So being an absent parent, it means a lot in the well-being of a child. I was talking to this other guy during the week in Duduzo, go Enadale, right? When we were sitting outside, this other kid uthathe ibhayisikili umntana omunye warounda ngayo wahamba. So this other kid is crying now. I'm like, dog, you see ukuthi most of the time, it even go to a point where I'm like, sometimes you not working hard. It makes other people's kids not to enjoy Kusasa City, Mazenza Ngono, or whatever. And whereas Nami as a parent, I would also want my utmost best for my kid to have whatever that my kid wants. If umntana kukhula kwa majoren, Kusasa Bati waste imali because of your she, but at the end of the day they forgot it's something that you want because of you couldn't have. So manje umntana womunye umuntu manje mela safaris owami. You know. So that's what I'm saying. Being an absent parent, it emotionally breaks a child's mindset because of also being a dad. It shows control and power and leadership. Now Kusasa, he's able to become a better person. That's why you get people with misumatala mageko namanga yenza ngosi anondaba mos namatala magankhulisa. It's a generational thing. Now it goes down to that thing. So you're fit.
That's why I feel ukuthi yabona when you coming to parenting, ne? It's always important ukuthi people must put their differences aside, because if you get a case whereby, let's say you and let's say the mother and the father, they are not talking to each other, like it won't work. You can understand that. Let's say now we have this, at least if like the kid is like maybe let's say 18, I mean you can make decisions yourself. You can call your mother, you can call your father. Let's say now we're talking about someone who's 5 years old. So I mean how would you guys be able to basically grow this child whilst you are not communicating? Like it makes it hard. Like let's say you call the mother's like, no, don't talk to me, I hate you. Like, but then how's the kid gonna grow? Yes. Then you end up basically drifting away because you're trying, but and you find that sometimes the mothers are reaching to the fathers, but then the fathers are not budging. Because sometimes I think most people they just don't wanna be responsible. Like it's that's why most mothers are saying that it's not about money. Yes, a kid can grow without having a lot of money. But for you being there as the father, remember the child needs the father, needs the mother. But now without you being there to offer that to the child, then sometimes you end up having now kids who having anger, depression while they're growing because they're missing something that you're not giving in. And then sometimes it's not about the money. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You can just go and like spend a day with your child, just on a weekend. Let's say you call them out and say, "Can I please every second weekend can I come fetch the kid?" It makes a difference. The kid, remember in their mind, they don't know whether you have money or not. They're like, "No, my father was here. I love it. I enjoyed spending time."
Yeah, for sure.
But then, so fathers don't want to be responsible,
Nice.
and then you
What's your
find
take on
that
it, bro?
it's a problem.
Yeah, I feel like you need that, guidance when you're young. You need somebody to look up to, because if you don't find it at home, you're gonna look somewhere else, and you don't know if it's gonna be the right thing, because you're just a kid.
Yeah.
You're just gonna follow anything, and then
Yeah,
because
sure.
what I realized about my life is that I was always with my cousin when I was young, right? And my pops wasn't there. Well, he was there when I was like around those times, but like my pops left, and then still I was with my cousin a lot. So I feel like I'm a lot like my cousin. I took a lot of like he's like 4 years older than me. Took like a lot of his bad traits, a lot of his good traits. But I like the bad ones. I always look and I'm like, no, man, this thing that I'm Ankizang is because of. And so, but like, if my pops was there, he'd be like, "Hi, humble kids" or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel about it. I don't know. How do you feel?
Nah, yeah, you're right, bro. I feel like, your father has to be there to like be able to like teach you how to be a man also,
Yeah.
Because like
Nokushare ngikhohle ukushare bafethu. Kumele kufundise ukushare phela.
showcase mfethu. Yo mfethu, yo.
Yeah, man. So that's why a lot of habits sifunda estradeni.
That's how you end up with Mnyawupe, like you said, because
Exactly.
you're looking for love somewhere else.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why most of the time they say people got daddy issues. You understand? Like Ntana,
Yeah.
a simple thing of spending a day, like even crying with your dad, it means a lot to you more than even money or even something else, dog. You understand? Spending a day with your parents, you learn a lot. Because of these days, I also call Noguchi, you don't know how to react to a woman when she's dying, she's doing something else. You understand? Because of yes, sometimes when I was at it, respect and everything, you can't value amazing now. But from the point of view of showing me how to treat a woman, it means a lot because of now I know how to react. Sometimes no good. There's right? But there's something also that you can try to avoid, which is because of I'm gonna fight with you. Let me just walk out, and come back. Then we'll talk about it. These days we can't even communicate with our partners anymore, dog. Yeah, sure. Say it's over, it's over. Yeah, when it's like we're doing it for fun these days. Yeah, when say it's like a normal just because of you want to post. You don't want to deal with each and everything that's underlying around. A lot of women, they seek love from us, and some things you can't even do for them because they never got love from an absent father. You understand? So that's why I'm saying it. You being there in the presence of a child, you might not see it now, but tomorrow it reflects on a lot.
Do you guys
about that
think
kind
it's
of thing.
true that when they say, like, I don't know if you've heard daddy issues, people say, like, some women who are very promiscuous, they say that because they have daddy issues and they never had, like, a
Dad's
present
love.
father in their life. Do you think it's true? Like,
Yeah, it is.
I think it is true, but remember, what we always say is, as a person, you have a choice. I mean, what happened to you doesn't necessarily mean you need to act a certain type of way. Because I mean, on my case, I think on most of my life, maybe I've been with my father for like only 5 years. Right? So what happened to me is that while I was still young, very young, my father went to prison, right? And then most of my life, like my high school years, I didn't have a father. So when he came out, like we spent about, let's say, close to 6 years, and then he got missing. So you can imagine all this time I didn't have a father, but it doesn't change like what kind of person I am.
Your character. Yeah.
Yes, it like I won't treat anyone different or in a bad way because I didn't have a father. I mean, I have a choice to change it. I have a choice to change what I do to my kids.
Yeah.
I have a choice to how to treat my parent, my mother. I have a choice to like I can't say I blame her for my father wasn't here. Like that's why I'm doing this. No, that's not how it's supposed. I have a choice.
Yeah, but maybe when you're like still a teen, maybe like there,
No, we justify everything way too much. We always want an answer to the evil that we do, dog. You understand? You can't hurt somebody else, then you want to justify what you may take on.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. You can't blame it on something. It's you the one that caused the hate on that person or
Exactly.
anger or what. You can't like blame it on your past. That's why your past shouldn't determine your future because it shouldn't even influence. Whatever happened, if you went through a bad experience, it shouldn't change what you do to the next person. You can't, even whether you're in primary, in high school, it shouldn't change. There's teenagers, I mean, they're stubborn. I mean, they're used to doing mistakes. Like they can just randomly like leave home and go partying until the next day. You worried about them and they're not thinking that my mother's sitting there looking for me. They're thinking now, but I'll see her tomorrow. But in actual sense, you're not thinking that, hey, my mother's worried. What if I'm dead? They're not thinking that. So we kind of like, okay, no, but because they're still teenagers, it's fine. But it's not the case. Why other kids are doing the right things? You see, we can't always blame it on, because
Somebody
they were still
else.
young, that's why they're doing this. It's a person's mind is very complex. They can do right decisions even when they are young.
But
I'd say low there, and they're not any bit.
Okay, it's fine.
it goes back to the thing of it takes a village to raise a child.
Raise a child, yeah.
You understand? That's why that's why I wish a lot of these young kids they can learn that. That they used to tell you hlonipha umuntu omdala. Noma kanjani, whether it's your mom or your teacher, they mhloniphe, you understand? Kids these days bahlonipha abazali babo kuphela. Khona manje mongamkhuza umntana ukuthi hey, yena lento eniyenzayo wena sumzali wami wena. Ngiyeke uzongitshela. You know? Kids these days they able ukuthi adlule ngebhodlela leadership phambi kwakho. I wonder how irresponsible that is. And we trying to find a way with, hey, enjoy impilo yabo. You understand? Whereas we are the ones who are supposed to show direction to those kids. My says someone who would, hey, but this was that's none that whatever. You understand?
Like it's even hard to do it. Like even if I stepfather, you can imagine you're trying to discipline this child, but then that child is telling you straight in your eyes, not even being afraid. Why are you saying this? Because you're not my father. Then you're getting demotivated now.
And imagine as a parent,
That's why. That's why there's such problems.
and no mama can over lads. So that's why that's why sometimes when you also think about the generation that we are, we don't mind anymore. Asana ndaba nengisize to age mfethu. Lengisimele ngikhuze into eyenzayo icala so. Sasa because our generation ayisakhuzayo. Noma umntana manje angathi futhi yabona lama TikTok lawa nalentwana we making it normal like it's a good thing. Sasa lengcosile mayifika eclassini yocuka bo you understand? Akasafocus kusasa mamkhuza ayi wena awumele kancane. This type of vibe icala kusasa umntana basekakhulile sakana 17 18 namakashama teacher awusakhona ukumkhuza
because it discipline ayikho like namanje umntana kuzothi uyamshaya kusasa the police are here like angihamba yokureport straight that parent yami ingishayile you in trouble like teachers akusafani nakudala dala esikoleni boshawa uyekini isandla sivuvukile maka still we have go back tomorrow and try again
before yapholile
but manje washaya umntana kanjalo.
And I think also it discipline really, time of really obvious. Certain things and goes and we're time really.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
I'm not thinking for cherry or time will come.
It's those kind of stuff. Now, Apollo my light, I make many you understand? I used to go out on like Friday, Thursday futhi bekucala ila ucala khona ukuthi hayi ngiyakhona ukudlala estradini Friday yabo but iaphula kumele ngilight. You understand? During the week you focus on your book. Khona manje 8 o'clock estradini uhamba nencosi estradini. You understand? Lento lezi now zipha mama cigarette before ziyeskile. Ngokutshela nomuntu lo. Already he's already killing his lungs. By the age of 14 sekasifundisa ukubhema bangafika ku-28 obviously umuntu la akasana lifespan yabona kusasa siyakhala impilo short there's the things that they do dog.
Manje still we can't blame parents wabo nabo they can try but ukuthi generation yamanje seba free like akusafani nakudala.
But that's what I'm saying dala yeah when you do something unokuthi nakhona imali ethi hayi boy sasemncane for ukuyenza lento engiyenza khona manje asakhuza lento le my bank account ibhanki phambi kwakho uthi sure ke my friend cela ikhodi yabona awusathi hayi wena sasemncane athi hayi yabona asakhuzi anymore we just made it normal khona manje khona ukuthuma umntana ona 3 years cigarette ungitshela ukuthi
umthetho akumele bamthengisele
ma we beg
Maybe of it.
obviously le ntwana leyo mayibambe le cigarette obviously le ndleleni makabuya uyazibuza ukuthi le nto le injani le nami ngifuna ukuyizama kusasa uyayithenga uyenza
and awukhona ukuba i-addict into ongayazi.
exactly
If ukhona ukuthi ube addict ama-drugs uyilo watry bongawazi awuzalwa ngawazi ama-drugs
exactly
but because we know what let me try.
so society to affect
Something
something else.
you guys. Okay, I know what we time already. Now we time.
Nah,
Oh, not yet. Oh, okay.
not yet. I'm still contemplating about that one.
Belushad cut.
Not per se. It's you know very. It's a good thing. Very shut but I don't want my kid to grow up like sometimes in the separation. But I don't want my child to. I grew up with both parents, so I would also love for my kid also, and also looking at the current life is in Pila right now. I'm still floozy, dog. Still going out, still sleeping. So I don't think I'm mentally ready to deal with having a kid because it comes with a lot of responsibility. So I don't want to neglect my child. So I become. Sometimes you're not upset per se with you, you're not supporting. Sometimes you're not emotionally there.
Yeah.
Or mentally, you understand? So which is I'm purpose you're saying but you're not there for the kid. So that's something that I'm still thinking about. Am I ready? That's what I'm asking myself. Because of age, having a kid, it's a permanent decision.
It's a boy. How's that journey like, bro? Yes.
Yeah.
Yo.
Right, that's a journey. I'd hear people say, but umntwana uyadura. It's expensive to maintain a child. But I'd say magamncane, it's nothing, bro. Abana magamdala. That's where you get to pay transport, to pay school fees, you pay clothes, things that they want, school things, home things. Like you end up paying, like if you can imagine, like let's say already school fees you're paying 2,000, bro. Transport 1,000. You still need to buy things to lunch, grocery. You need to give them spending money. That's over 4,000. Let's say newborn baby, how much are you spending there? You're spending Pampers, which let's say it's like 500, 500, and those purity and those small stuff, let's say like 1.5. You can survive. Like imagine then you need to pay school fees, you need to pay transport, you need to shoes, uniform. Like the list is endless. That's why you're saying you need to be like emotionally ready. You need to be hands on because as soon as they start growing up, you need to be there.
Did you plan to have?
I didn't, but what I did is I told myself that now we're on here. We need to do it. It needs to work. Like the nice part is that that time I was still young. My daughter's 10 years old last month. So you can imagine, since I was young, I had a kid. So what happened is I was still studying, right? And then I studied, and then 2013, just the month she was born was the first time I got my first salary. So that was a miracle, because how was I gonna take care of the child?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was I gonna take care of the child? Luckily, I got my first pay when she was born.
Yeah.
And ever since then,
It saved me. Then just carried on.
You know what I think, ne? Also, having a kid, I think it brings a lot of responsibility and direction in a nigga's life. You understand? Yeah, but
got a friend. That's exactly what you're saying.
yeah, but, no, I swear, dog. Sometimes you can't just live your life the way you want, but that's the way we get it wrong. You understand? Not every day is supposed to be, or every weekend is supposed to be a party day. You understand? So even if you're not working, actually you have nothing to lose, so you don't care whether it's 950 rand or not. But the moment you have someone depending on you, it's you being able to, you know what, I don't have a choice. Now, whether you like it or not, you must wake up. Yeah, what? So I think that's why sometimes it's not a good thing to make a kid because of you think it's going to bring responsibility. It doesn't work like that. But what I'm saying is it brings a lot of responsibility in your life and direction. That's why nezinto zakho zikhona ukuhlangana. Because of now, I feel there's somebody else that you're taking care of, which is a permanent decision.
Now I'm thinking if we have 1,000,
Pana.
that's
800.
800, and then be left to
200.
200. But if you like don't have responsibility, like you can
1,000,
prioritize other things. You
Yeah,
can do this. But when you have a kid, it's different, because you need to also consider them. Like, I still need to pay 800 for trip, and that was your extra money.
So when you have a kid, you can't
Yeah,
not have money in your account.
you need
Exactly.
They'll tell you Friday that we need money for candy Fridays. Then you need to pop out like 100 rand, so they can buy candy and hot dogs. And next week they need money for this. On a Tuesday and Friday they need money for. It's like extra money, like they need it.
But then I think it's a nice responsibility. Like my channel, every Friday, I'm such McDonald's.
Every Friday.
every Friday, like during the week, whatever he tells you, hey, please fetch me at 1 minute. 1 minute, I hike 1 o'clock. Whatever the school come 1 o'clock is street, I'm such a McDonald's. You understand? But that's what I'm saying. Dog. There's nobody else who can do it for you. You gotta.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing, but hey, 4 blocks every month. I'm out.
And counting. Because varsity, they still have to go to varsity.
You see now, it goes like the more they go, the more expense. No?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, let's say now you have an 18-year-old. They're telling you I need a pair of shoes. How much is a pair of shoes?
3.5.
Sneakers, bro. Like 2K plus. Air Force 2K plus. And they like need fashion, things that are trending.
Care.
And already you need to buy jeans. You need to buy a 500 t-shirt. You need to buy a 500 pair of jeans. Already 4,000 is gone. On just a set of clothes.
When I Christmas, so Christmas.
You see? And then after
Christmas clothes.
stationery. You need to buy uniform.
That's
That's already more than 5K.
15 blocks.
A pair of Pret, one Pret, it's like 40 something, right?
Yeah, I heard.
That's the smallest one. Big one, the normal one they wanted school is 80 rand one. They need 6. Tell me, they need 6 at school. And they're giving you like they need the
Stationary list. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you do with them, man?
Oh,
Because every child comes with 6. Man.
yeah, because they say they use them in class.
But they can share, like...
Yeah,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
what they do. They
Because
do
there were
share, like,
kids who didn't buy stationery, remember? Then they would like share with other kids and stuff like that. So...
And then jalo,
yeah, it is like that.
ngapho uyadla. Yakaka.
Especially some parents can't afford. So schools try to assist them, subsidize most schools.
I'm having a kid buffet. I'm going to pay a little TV. Muntabambi, Ntaniak, Inka TV, Kinyakara, King, that room divide, Fisher, I got to pay a Lamopopa. You can't watch TV anymore.
I mean, my thing is that sometimes I want to be alone, dog. Like, I'm full of Kulmana Mutungi one. I don't know. Sometimes, like, and I
feel like the moment you want alone time, you like Naga code. Now you don't need it. Never, you know.
Are you
When
still
we
with
talk like a club.
the mother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still together. That's the nice part. Yeah, that's what I like about our relationship. That we hands on, and we respect each other. We communicate. If there's a problem, we sort it out. Same. There's no fighting, because fighting doesn't solve anything. If you have an issue, that I said something. Okay, you said something I didn't like it. I'm sorry. Let's fix it. Because like pinpointing you did this, you said this to me, doesn't help.
That's healthy.
Yeah, so at least it then encourages my daughter to do better because she can see that no, in this house there's respect. My mother respects my father. They don't go shouting at each other like crazy. Yeah, so then she learns to be respectful, to do the right things as we teach her. So it's better because she has benefit of both parents, which some kids don't have that benefit.
Yeah.
I know this is like, ish. I don't know. You guys know Ricky Rick, right?
Yeah.
Like I was listening to his song on Family Values. That song you're talking about, where he speaks about his dad not being there when he was young, and then how it like kind of caused trauma for his life. But then he also kind of now did the same thing to his son. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know what he was going through. But it's kind of like very sad, you know.
But
things
that's
like
what
that.
I'm saying. It's, you end up becoming selfish. We all going through shit, guys. You understand? Depression very into corn, anxiety into corn. But you gotta master through it, dog. One thing I know for sure is that there's no permanent situation in life. You understand? Everything you go through it, you rule away. You master it, dog. You what? Then you become better at it. You understand? Because of now, check suicide. Nah, it becomes more of a generational thing. Because of you do it now, nah, your kid tomorrow when they're facing a problem, they think because my daddy did it and it solved his issues. And when he's gonna do it, then Ian's and it goes on, then it becomes a generational curse. Just because of someone, just one person who was selfish. Remember, you're costing us everything, dog. Remember, there are people who still love you, dog. Your homies and everything. It's like you taking away a part of us when you leave. You think you dealing with that situation like you right then and there, but you also kawataru. Because of now, like there's my homie who committed suicide. What that guy not say waka 6 saying kena shapong flati. Eh kulofelo, anka better makule nkopa ankaus. What? Now you missed that thing. It's issue. Netravel to gonna schedule this talk now by Andrew. What? Talk we could have been doing something like this. But just because of you saw it as a solution for you. Kawache song.
Ish.
You know? So it's kind of crazy. It's like,
Yeah, the thing is with mental illness is real. Like people are going through the most, and some are not getting help because they're thinking that no one is noticing. Because some people don't believe in mental illness. They'll just tell you that no, you're crazy. But a person, I mean, you can be depressed, you can have anxiety, you can be stressed. It does exist, but some people don't believe in it, and then you end up seeing someone that's like having mental breakdown, but then you don't know how to assist them because they're not even saying that no, I have a problem.
But I think it goes back to what we were talking about like when you guys said you shouldn't like blame, like
the other person,
your
yeah.
parents but it's not like really blaming, it's like pointing out where it comes from so that you can solve it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you know where it comes from and why you're acting a certain way, then it's easier to solve it and
But
get
now
better.
some people are not saying now. So it becomes now difficult to help someone who's not saying, like, I need help. I'm doing this because I've been traumatized by this. I need help. Like you end up seeing someone who has committed suicide, but you don't even know why. You're like, this person was happy the whole time.
the whole time, yeah.
But then when someone would tell you that no, this person maybe he was dumped by his baby mama. That's why he was like this. Like you didn't even know because they're not communicating. And you might find most people that have mental illness, they know what's troubling them. Like I know what's wrong. I know what caused me to be like this. But then they're not seeking help. That's why there's institutions to help you. Because maybe you need someone to talk to. Maybe you need someone that can just take you back. But people are not communicating. They're not saying. Finding someone has a mental illness like bipolar, they don't even know themselves that they have bipolar. They know something's troubling them, but they can't speak.
Yeah.
You see, so that's the problem here. People are not communicating, and now it's easy. If maybe you might find they've tried to tell someone, but that person doesn't understand mental illness. They're like, "You're crazy."
Yeah, especially
yeah.
vele ezibhesishe kasi like obvious mazozama ukutshela samanzi indaba bazokulaha bazospreada le ndaba yakho
But alo uyahlanya lo. But kahle kunento ekuhluphayo and akunamuntu ounderstandayo. Ungavuka ekuseni ukhala abantu badala uyazihlanyisa. But uyazihlanyisa akunamuntu ozakuwathi khuluma nami what's wrong. Asizama ukuthola help.
Yeah.
That's why uthola abantu ba-community suicide. Because sekabona ukuthi no easy way out. Let me just end this good because ngiyahamba but angiboni ngiyaphi.
Actually, my aunt was like that. Every time I went there, like she'd be, bekahlala phuze vele and akhade makadakiwe asho situation yakhe. But eventually she took her life, because of what we're talking about. Like no one was listening.
No one was listening.
Yeah.
That's the part.
Yeah.
Now the problem is we also use alcohol as an escape.
Substance abuse, really. Yeah.
And that's the reason for most causes of substance abuse. You want a temporary solution because it would never be permanent because you're not taking it out. It's like you're putting a patch on it.
Yes.
It's temporal. Today, yes, you'll feel fine today because you're drunk. Remember, your mind is all over the show. But tomorrow, when your senses come back,
It's a bigger monster.
I still have that problem. I need to drink again to ease the pain. But then the next day, same thing. The next day, like you're putting temporary solution to a permanent situation.
Yeah. And it gets worse. That's the
Gets
thing.
worse.
Yeah, it does.
Because you end up needing more, and then
Because you're losing money, you're losing
boy.
people, you end up stealing stuff at home.
Just,
you know,
you're losing yourself even.
don't do drugs, guys. Don't
Bad
drink.
for you.
You can drink alcohol, but drink responsibly, I guess. But just shout out for coming, guys. It was a good episode. It was a very eye-opening episode, and I feel like we should have more conversations like this as men.
Yeah.
We don't talk about girls and like
True that.
we don't talk about these kind of things as men more.
Sure.
You
You gotta vent out. I feel like there's a lot of people who don't vent out. And just because of you being a man, you think just because of saying something you're weak. And you're not. You understand? You're just becoming better. I feel like we have a lot of anger, James, honestly speaking. That's why most of the time we even fight where you don't even expect it. With the road rage, you understand this type of vibe. You have a lot of anger. And you just gotta, you have anger, come when you just wanna get everything right. You understand? Whereas you gotta allow yourself to make mistakes at the end of the day. You know?
True.
You can't always be a Superman at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So venting out is very important.
That's very important, guys.
If you only had 24 hours left to live, what would you do?
To live.
Yeah.
Both of you guys.
Yeah. We'll start with him, then you.
No. Yeah, that's a hard one. Maybe you haven't, and I'm still thinking about it.
You
know what I would do?
Yeah.
See, out of the circle that I have, all my loved ones, I would go out on a trip, a 1-day trip, just to have the best time of my life. Because one thing I've learned is that memories are important.
Yeah.
Once you die today, no one will remember you about the bad things you did. They'll remember the good times you had. Oh, there was that person, I had that day of my life. They're gonna always remember that because it was a moment and a memory. So it's always important to have good memories with your loved ones, because I mean you don't know what tomorrow holds.
Yeah.
So So with all the time you have left, make sure you make good memories and have good experiences with your loved ones.
Yeah, true.
Ah, dope.
Yeah, I would cry though. I would cry. Honestly, yeah. You know, I think that's actually a good question, you know. Because sometimes really we don't think about this kind of stuff that I might be left maybe with 2 days.
Yeah.
You understand? I might be left with an hour. And we have done so much wrong,
Yeah.
you know? And you never know who you have wronged either way, you know? So in that 24 hours, dog, I do my best to be happy. I do my best to be happy and leave a memorable memory, you know. I possibly have been in in a good way though, in a good way. Yeah. So I'll do something that people can remember. Yeah, I think
Jump off a building or something.
no, not per se, but extra fruits. Yeah, I would. You know, one thing I would do, right? I'd spend the day with my woman, dog. You know what? I feel like I haven't given her that much time, like time. You know, when that togetherness, yeah, and communicate. I'm more of a closed person. You know, I'd talk about the things that I never talked about with her. Yeah, I think I would do that. That's why I owe her that.
That's one of my problems. I'm such that discreet person. Like I never talk, even though something's troubling me.
Yeah, I don't communicate.
that's-
I honestly fail in communication. Yeah? And I'm one person king or kratongala or like because we're king like yeah. So I would explain to her each and everything that I've never. I don't like talking a lot, you know. Especially like I'm much you're ring but when it comes to her, I feel like I see myself if I talk to her I see myself as I so weak. So weak. So I think I'll do that for her. Yeah. I owe her that, but she always complains about it. I owe her that.
I feel like men, we don't want to be vulnerable, bro. Especially to women, bro. Like,
But ngiyafana vele mawucela like lapho vele sibala after lapho. Vele when you're vulnerable to women, like you're valid, it's a valid point.
Yeah.
Like vele uzobona ngathi weak and she'll try to find someone stronger. Cause with women before they leave you, they're gonna find someone else. You know what I'm saying? And then Babo they weak, and then she finds someone who gives her that comfort because like. You know, he's more masculine than you because you're always crying to her about your problems type shit.
Yeah, true that. No, it's just that I think women don't know what they want. You understand?
Yeah.
They want a strong bull guy. They get a strong bull guy. You're abusive.
Yeah.
You get a soft guy.
it's too soft.
You're too soft. So you can never be perfect. It just needs a woman who's willing to be with you. Understand? That's why most of the time I always tell, like I was telling this other guy, I think today, I was like, dictate what you want inside a relationship. When you start it, you understand? Within fit, you know what? I'm this type of person. So I don't like this, I don't like that. You know, it's about a surprise. Because I think these days dating is all about the good times. Are you willing to deal with my episodes? You know, my conscious what's this? Lack of trust, you know? So there's a lot of things a lot of people don't communicate about when they start a relationship. You gotta say, you know what? I do love you, but I'm insecure. You understand? I don't want someone who's gonna make me jealous. You understand? That's why tomorrow we hear people go to Uswanman, Ubula. It's because they didn't communicate with him, jealous. You understand? Obviously, I wouldn't like it if you born an amachita man. That's what you're supposed to say with him. You know what? Mina, as my woman, I wouldn't like you to see you maybe with other guys, they blow me, whatever. I hate that. Yeah, but you dictate before you go inside of it. Even when something like that happens, you know it's something that we have also communicated about. Yeah, but or hug a machita wako in front of me. No, like honestly speaking, in fact, no. I think no mongati you fine with her greeting other gents and stuff. You know, there's still
Deep down.
that feeling. You know, And uyabona ukuthi le vele yamgreba.
Ngawuthayibona ngathi lena man.
And then that's challenge yakho.
Yeah.
You know, it's always something like that. So those are the kind of things she knows. We took a sharp. You know what? Dog, I can't hug this guy in front of. Yeah, but it's respect at the end of the day. As much as now you can't hug other girls in front of her. So yeah.
Well, Gunja, what's your brand?
Oh, IX7VT. It's perfection, guys.
Alright,
Perfection,
that-
perfection.
Tell us the handle on Instagram so we can.
On Instagram, Abuti nice, right? Abuti nice. It's more of, it's not like in my clothing account, but it's more of my printing. So
Okay.
I went about that way. On Facebook, it's perfection. Perfection EST16. It's established in 2016. Yeah. So it's a fun clothing brand. It's more expressive. It's not secluded. You know, if you want a design, I do it for you. You know, the way whenever you want it, as long as you happy about it, we act. Yeah.
Now we'll definitely get like t-shirts, bro, because it's a fire tee, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and maybe rock it on the podcast, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate it a lot, man.
Yeah.
What would you like to shout out, bro?
I think I'm a stancer. I mean, I would love to shout out to all the stance people, and then you can just follow me, Tsepo with the tet. I think you won't miss it. There's a bit different Tsepo with the tet.
I'll put your Instagrams on in the description.
So yeah, you can follow me, Tsepo with the tet. I normally post content, stance content. If I go to a place, normally I take shorts, content, upload them. Normally, sometimes promote the artist guys in the scene. Yeah, so you can give me a follow and then follow back.
Shout out.
Shout out for coming through, guys.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate
guys.
it. Sweet.
Thanks for having us.
Peace out.
Great.